All right, so we are now in the fourth video in this top 100 cards of my collection series. So my next 20 cards are here over there. And one of the questions I get asked all the time is like, how do you find out about different releases or like researching individual figures? And there's so many different ways to start exploring. I'd say the first thing to do is kind of start networking within the space. So there's a lot of non-sports or like niche card collectors. Some of them do have YouTube channels, some of them are on Facebook groups, but just talking to some people, like especially as you buy cards and just kind of picking their brain, you'll find out about new sets. I find out about new sets pretty much weekly. The other thing to do is take a look at pop reports and like trading card database. So trading card database doesn't have every card, but it has a lot. So you can start just putting in names in there, start seeing what's over there. You can do the same thing on PSA's website or SGC's website, and even like ComC, what's sold in the past. You'll discover new stuff on that side of things. And one thing I will also mention is, and I've probably talked about it so many times, never always trust all the information you find online, because a lot of those years are going to be completely off. And also sometimes people will claim things are rookie cards when they're really not, and always double check information. But that's going to be my story for this video. Let's get into some cards. So these are going to be the 3 jersey cards. I felt like I had to put these in the list just because of what they are. And those are the exception to the rule, and this is my video, and that's why I did that. So up first, a Topps Sterling Babe Ruth. This is 5 pieces of the bat. Now, I do want to get like a jersey / bat card in the future. That'll be like an upgrade, but I'm content with this one right now. This one is numbered to 25. Football-wise, really sweet triple. Thorpe, Clark, and Grange. And I think this one's also 25. No, 50 on this one. Super iconic football card. And then baseball wise, this, I'm gonna put in air quotes, has the most home runs on a single card. And the reason why is you have Bonds, home run king right now, although he did take steroids. You have Josh Gibson, Negro League home run king. Rumor they hit 800 to 1,000 home runs. Probably not, but I love the folklore behind it. And then Pujols obviously just hit 700 home runs. So I think it's a pretty cool triple combo over here. And I kind of bought it when I was trying to prospect on Pujols if it's going to hit his 700 or not. So pretty sweet one there. Let's get into the slabs. Joe Louis rookie card in a 7. I still need to get that mini, but that'll be one of my things I try to find when I go back to Europe. Then N76 George Washington in a 4. Super sharp looking card. As you can tell, I love the N76 Great Americans sets. This one did a crazy number at auction. Primo Carnera knocked out quite a lot of people, had some mob connections, different things like that. But a 7 in this set is really great. These have gone up a lot, and I've been surprised, but this is Sashin. It's not his first card, but I'd equate this to like the 1986 Fleer of like Michael Jordan, right? The Jordan isn't the 86 Jordan Fleer isn't technically MJ's first card. He has the star in 84, but it's probably the most popular, and I'd say that with this. Each of these are numbered out of 2000, so this is 1543 of 2000, and this got a 9.5 grade. Really wish I got the 10 based off of some recent sales, but I will gladly take a 9.5 because I bought this one raw. Mark Twain, this one got a 6. My second highest grade within this release. Cy Young. I'm probably going to end up selling this Cy Young, so it won't be in the next video for next year, but E93. This is a much more attainable Red Sun cigarettes, but 3 is a pretty good grade of Abe over here. So interesting story about this guy is he helped throw the World Series back in 1919. So he was one of the connections into that gambling ring. So I love the baseball boxing crossover, although he was also a really great boxer. My highest 72 Cantante. This is a 9 of Led Zeppelin. There's 2 9s out there, and one of the 9s recently sold for a good chunk of change. I was kind of shocked how cheap I picked this one up. when I had that opportunity at auction. But yeah, Led Zeppelin. Again, not their first card, but probably their most popular. Then we have a Major Taylor. So he has 2 Ogden cards, a Series C and a Series F. I just need the Series F, and then I have my run of Major Taylor cards done. He only has 5, I believe, 2 Felix Potens, both variations, a Series C, a Series F, and that postcard. So 5 cards from the early 1900s, unless I'm missing some, and there's others that haven't been discovered, but that is my assumption right now. This is the other variant that I was talking about, the front view, which is so much tougher to find than the other Felix Potent I showed quite earlier, but very, very tough card to source. That is the variation. Buffalo Bill, N162. This one got a 4. I traded this with Orlando. He has a YouTube channel as well. Really phenomenal collection, but we made a trade at the National. It was Atlantic City, the first time I met him, and happy to get that Buffalo Bill. N162 Sullivan. Probably overpaid when I purchased this one, but it happens. I'm staining and stuff like that. Martin DeHigo, Carmel De Porvito. Pretty rough looking one. And maybe something that I do sell next year. I'm not in love with this card, but it is a tougher one to find. Jack Johnson, W590. One of Jack Johnson's toughest cards to find. And multiple creases and stuff like that over here, but kind of a good luck to find. Isaac Murphy. This was also in the trade that I made with Orlando. I really wanted to have this card. And there's 2 other Isaac Murphy cards from the 1800s that I still need to source, but I'll take my time. I'll get them eventually. And they have also like a trophy named after him, just because he was that good and dominant. He was a jockey, by the way. This is probably my best N76, the Abraham Lincoln. This card has been skyrocketing in popularity the last year, 2 years, and I had to buy one. I had the chance, and not a bad looking for it. It does have like a small surface crease, which I don't know if it should got a 4 or not, but regardless, some of the higher grades on these don't look as nice, so I'll take that one. And lastly, one of the most famous fights of all time, Corbett Sullivan. Very tough boxing card to source now. But when you think about like the best heavyweight boxers in the 1800s, it was these 2 guys. And to have them on one card is pretty cool. And this is a red cross, and you can see it on the back too. Just a little bit of paper loss right there, right? But presents well. And that is why I enjoy this card quite a bit. So that is my next group of 20. We have one more to go through, and I will see you there.